Pray you, someone take these.
Oh, Mr. Hale, good to see you. So, my, these are heavy.
They must be. They're weighted with authority.
You do come prepared.
It'll take hard study to come to tracking down the old boy. Well, you cannot be Rebecca Nurse.
I am, sir. Do you know me?
It's strange how I know you, but I suppose you look as though a good soul should. We've all heard of your great charities in Beverly.
Do you know this gentleman, Mr. Thomas Putnam, and his good wife, Anne?
Putnam, I had not expected to see such distinguished company.
It does not seem to help us today, Mr. Hale. We look to you to come to our house and save our child.
Your child ails too?
Her soul seems flown away. She sleeps, and yet she walks, and she talks.
Cannot eat.
Cannot eat? Oh. Do you men also have afflicted children?
Oh, these are just farmers. John Proctor.
He don't believe in witches.
I never spoke on witches one way or the other. Will you come, Charles?
No, John, I think not. I have some few queer questions of my own to ask you this fellow.
Mr. Hale, I hear you be a sensible man. I hope you leave some of it in Salem.
Will you look at my daughter, Mr. Hale? She has tried to leap out the window. We found her on the high road this morning, waving her arms as though she'd fly.
Tries to fly?
She did not bear to hear the Lord's name, Mr. Hale. That is a sure sign of witchcraft afloat.
No. Now, let me instruct you. We cannot look to superstition for this. The devil is precise. The marks of his presence are as definite as stone, and we must only look for his proper signs and judge nothing beforehand. And I must tell you that I shall not proceed unless you're prepared to believe me, shall I find no mark of hell upon her.
It is agreed. It is agreed. We will abide by your judgment.
Good then, sir. Now, what were your first warnings of this strangeness?
Well, I discovered her and my niece Abigail and 10 or 12 other girls dancing in the forest last night.
You permit dancing?
No, it was secret.
Mr. Paris the slave has knowledge of conjuring, sir.
Now, Goody Ann, we cannot be sure of that.
I know it, sir. I sent my child, so she should learn from Tituba, who murdered her sister.
City Ann, you sent a child to conjure up the dead?
Oh, let God blame me! Not you! Not you, Rebecca! I'll not have you blaming me anymore. Mr. Hale, is it a natural work to lose 7 children before they live a day?
7 dead in childbirth.
What book is that, sir?
Oh, it's there, sir.
Here are all your invisible world, caught, defined, and calculated. In this book, the devil stands stripped of all his brute disguises. Look, here are all your familiar spirits, your incubi, your succubi, your witches who go by land, air, and sea, your wizards of the night and of the day. Have no fear now. We shall find him out if he has come among us, and I mean to crush him utterly if he has shown his face.
Oh, will it hurt the child, sir?
Oh, I can't say. But if she's truly in the devil's grips, we may have to rip and tear to get her free.
I think I shall go then. I am too old for this.
But Rebecca, we may open the boil of all our troubles here today.
Let us hope for that. I go to God for you, sir.
I trust you do not mean we go to Satan here.
I wish I knew.
Come, Mr. Hale. Let's go on.
Mr. Hale, I have always wanted to ask a learned man, what signifies the reading of strange books?
What books?
Well, I cannot tell. She hides them.
Who does this?
Martha, my wife. You see, I've walked at night many times, and I found her in a corner reading of a book. Now, what do you make of that?
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean that she's...
Well, it discomforts me. Last night, mark this, I tried, and I could not say my prayers. And then she closed her book, and she leave the house, and then suddenly, mark this, I could pray again.
Huh. The stoppage of prayer. That is strange. I'd like to speak on that with you further.
I'm not saying she's touched the devil, mind you, but I'd like to know what books she reads and why she hides them. She'll not tell me, you see.
We'll discuss it. Now, mark me. If the devil is in her, you will all witness some frightful wonders in this room. So please, keep your wits about you. Mr. Putnam, stay close, just in case she flies. Betty, dear, can you sit up? Can you hear me? My name is John Hale. I'm the minister of Beverly. I've come to help you, dear. Do you remember my 2 little girls in Beverly?
And how could it be the devil? And why would he choose my house to strike?
Why, what a victory the devil would have to win a soul already had. It's the best the devil wants. And who better than the minister?
That is deep, Mr. Paris. Deep.
Indeed. Will you lay her back down? Now, does someone afflict you, child? It need not be a woman, mind you, or a man. Perhaps some bird, invisible to others, comes to you? Perhaps a pig? Any beast at all? Is there some figure bids you fly? Amine Domine, Saba aut sui fulit ada infernos. Abigail, what sort of dancing were you doing with her in the forest?
Common dancing is all.
I believe I ought to say that, I found a kettle in the grass where they were dancing
That were
last
only
night.
soup.
Soup? What sort of soup were in that kettle, Abigail?
Beans and lentils, I think.
Mr. Paris, you did not notice, did you, any sort of living thing in that kettle? A mouse, perhaps a spider, a frog?
That frog jumped in. We never put it in.
A frog, Abby?
We never put it in.
Abigail, it may be your cousin is dying. Did you call the devil last night?
No, I never called him. Tituba called him.
She called the devil?
Oh, I'd like to speak with Tituba.
Goody Ann, will you bring her up, please?
How did she call him?
I know not. She spoke Barbados.
Did you notice any strangeness when she called him?
No.
You cannot evade me, Abigail. Did your cousin drink any of the brew in the kettle?
She never drank it.
Why are you? Did you drink it?
No, sir.
Did Tituba ask you to drink it?
She tried, but I refused.
Why are you concealing? Have you sold yourself to Lucifer?
No, I'm a good girl. I never sold myself. I did drink of the kettle. She made me do it. She makes Betty do it. Abby! She makes me drink blood.
Blood?
My baby's blood? No, chicken blood. I give you chicken blood.
Woman, have you enlisted these children with the devil?
I don't talk with the devil.
Why could she not wait? Are you silencing her?
I love me, Betty.
You have sent your spirit out upon this child, have you not? Are you gathering souls for the devil?
She sends her spirit on me in church. She makes me laugh at prayer.
She have often laughed during prayer.
She comes to me every night to go and drink blood.
You beg me to conjure,
I'll tell you
Abby.
something. She comes to me while I sleep and makes me drink corruptions.
Abby!
Sometimes I wake and find myself standing in an open doorway with not a stitch on my body. I hear her laughing in my sleep. She's always singing her Barbados songs and tempting me.
Mr. Reverend.
Woman, I want you to wake this child!
I have no power on this child, sir.
You most certainly do, and you will lose her of it now. When did you compact with the devil?
I don't compact with no devil.
You will. Confess yourself, or I will take you out and whip you till you're dead, Tituba!
This woman must be hanged. She must be taken and hanged.
No! No, please don't hang Tituba. I tell him I don't desire to work for him, sir.
Who? The devil? Now, Tituba, I know that when we bind ourselves to hell, it is very hard to break with it entirely. We will help tear yourself free. You would be a good Christian woman, would you not?
I, sir, a good Christian woman.
And you love these little children.
Yes, sir, I don't desire to hurt little children.
And you love God, Tituba.
I love God with all my being.
In God's holy name.
Bless him, bless him.
And to his glory.
Eternal glory, bless him, bless
Open yourself, Tituba. Open yourself and let God's holy light shine on you.
Oh, bless the Lord.
When the devil comes to you, does he ever come with another person? Perhaps another person in this village? Someone you know?
A man? A woman? Who came with him?
Sarah Good? Did you ever see Sarah Good with her? Or Osborne?
Who came with him?
Was woman.
A woman. A woman, you said. What woman?
It was black dark and
When you could see him, why could you not see
They
her?
was always talking. They was always running around and carrying on.
You mean like out of Salem witches?
I believe so, yes, sir.
Tituba, you must have no fear to tell us who they are. Do you understand? We will protect you. The devil can never overcome a ministry. You know that, do you not?
Sir, oh, I do.
You have confessed yourself to witchcraft, and that speaks a wish to come to heaven's side. We will bless you for it.
Oh, God bless you, Mr.
You were God's instrument, put in our hands to discover the devil's agents among us. You were selected, Tituba. You were chosen to help cleanse this village. So speak utterly, Tituba. Speak utterly and turn your back on him and face God. Face God, Tituba, and God will protect you.
Oh, God, protect Tituba.
When the devil comes to you, who does he come with? 2, 3, 4. How many?
There was 4. There was 4.
Who?
Their names!
Oh, how many times he bid me kill you, Mr. Paris.
Kill me!
He said Mr. Paris must be killed. Mr. Paris, no goodly man. Mr. Paris, mean man and no gentleman. And he bid me rise out of my bed and cut your throat. I tell him no. I don't hate that man. I don't want to kill that man. But he say you work for me, Tituba, and I make you free. I give you a pretty dress to wear and you put you way high up in the air and you gonna fly back to Barbados. And I say, you lie, devil, you lie. When he come one stormy night to me and he say, look, I have white people belong to me. And I look, and there was Goody Good.
Sarah Good!
Aye, sir. And Goody Osborne.
Oh, I knew it! Goody Osborne were midwife to me 3 times! I begged you, Thomas, did I not? I begged him not to call Osborne because I feared her. My baby's always shriveled in her arms!
Oh, take courage, Tituba. You must give us all their names. How can you bear to see these children suffering? Look at them. Look at their God-given innocence. Their souls are so tender, we must protect them. The devil is out preying on them like a beast upon the flesh of the pure lamb. God will bless you for your help, Tituba.
I want to open myself. I want the light of God. I want the sweet love of Jesus. I danced for the devil. I saw him. I wrote in his book. I go back to Jesus. I kiss his hand. I saw Sarah Good with the devil. I saw Goody Osborne with the devil. I saw Goody Silver with the devil. I saw Bridget Goody with the devil. I saw Goody Franklin with the devil. I saw Goody Silver with the devil. I saw Goody Osborne with the devil. I saw Goody Franklin with the devil.
Good evening.
Why, Mr. Hale, good evening. Come in, come in.
Hope I don't startle you.
No. It's only I heard no horse.
You are good wife Proctor.
Ah, it's Elizabeth.
Hope you're not off of bed yet.
No. Let you come in, Mr. Hale. We aren't used to visitors after dark, but hey, you're welcome here. Will you sit, sir?
I will. Let you sit with good wife Proctor.
Will you drink cider, Mr. Hale?
No, it rebels my stomach. I have some further travel left tonight. Sit you down, sir. I won't keep you long, but I have some business with you.
Oh, is that a business of the court?
No, I come on my own, without the court's authority. I know not if you're aware, but your wife's name is mentioned in the court.
We know it, sir. Our Mary Warren has told us, and we are entirely amazed.
Yeah, it's a strange time, mister. No man may longer doubt the power of the dark are gathered in a monstrous attack upon this village. There's too much evidence now to deny, you would agree, sir.
I have no knowledge in that line, but, it is hard to think that Rebecca Nurse would be secretly a devil's bitch when, she's had 70 years of such fine prayer.
Yes, it is. It is possible. Well, do you go to church?
You are mistaken, sir. I've been in church every Sabbath.
Are you 26 times in 17 months, sir? I must call that rare. Can you tell me why you've been so absent?
Oh, Mr. Hale, I never knew I must account to that man before I come to church or stay at home. My wife was sick this winter.
So I'm told. Why could you not come alone?
Well, I surely did when I could, and when I could not, I prayed in this house.
This house is not a church. Your theology must tell you that.
It does. It does, and it tells me that a minister may pray to God without he have golden candlesticks upon the altar.
What golden candlesticks?
Since we built the church, there have been pewter candlesticks upon the altar. Francis Nurse made them, and a sweeter hand never touched the metal. But Paris came, and for 20 weeks he preached nothing but golden candlesticks until he had them. I labor the earth from dawn of day to blink of night, and I tell you true, sir, when I look to heaven, and I see my money glaring at his elbows, it hurt my prayer, sir. It hurt my prayer. I think the man dreams cathedrals and not clapboard meeting houses.
And yet, sir, a Christian on Sabbath must be in church. Tell me, you have 3 children?
Aye, boys.
How come it is only 2 are baptized?
I like it not that Mr. Parrish should lay his hand upon my baby. I see no light of God in that man. I'll not conceal it.
I must say, sir, that is not for you to decide. The man is ordained. Therefore, the light of God is in him.
What's your suspicion, Mr. Hale?
No, I have no...
Oh, I nailed the roof upon the church. I hung the door.
Well, that's a good sign, then.
It may be I have been too quick to bring the man to book, but you cannot think we ever desired the destruction of religion here. I think that's in your mind, is it not?
There's a softness in your record, sir.
I think maybe we have been hard with Mr. Paris. I think so. But sure, we never loved the devil here.
Do you know your commandments, Elizabeth?
Oh, I surely do. There be no mark of blame upon my life, Mr. Hale. I am a covenanted Christian woman.
Yes, sir.
And you, sir?
I'm sure I do.
Let you repeat them, if you will.
What, the commandments?
Aye.
Thou shalt not kill.
Aye.
Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's goods, nor make unto thee any graven image. Thou shalt not take the Lord's name in vain.
Amen.
Thou shalt have no other gods before thee. Thou shalt remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy.
Amen.
Thou shalt honor thy father and mother. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
You said that twice, sir.
Adultery, John.
Aye. Well, you see, between the two of us, we do know them all. I think it'd be a small fault.
Theology, sir, is a fortress. No crack in a fortress may be accounted small.
Well, there be no love of Satan in this house.
I pray it dearly. I bid you good night.
Mr. Hale, you are suspecting me somewhat, are you not?
Goody Proctor, I do not judge you. It is my duty to add what I may to the godly wisdom of this court. I pray you both good health and good fortune. Good night.
I think you must tell him, John.
What's that?
Will you tell him?
I have no witness for it, and I cannot prove it except my word be taken. But I know that the children's sickness had naught to do with witchcraft.
Not to do?
They were discovered by Mr. Paris sporting in the woods, and they were startled and took sick.
Who told you this?
Abigail Williams.
Abigail?
Aye.
Abigail Williams said it had naught to do with witchcraft.
She told me the day you came, sir.
Why did you keep this from me?
Well, I never knew until tonight that the world had gone daft with this nonsense.
Nonsense? Sir, I myself have examined Tituba, Sarah Good, and numerous others who have confessed to dealing with the devil. They have confessed it.
And why not, when they must hang for denying it? There are them that will swear to anything before they'll hang. God, you never thought of that.
I have indeed. And you'll testify this in court?
I had not reckoned with going into court, but if I must, I will.
You falter there.
I falter nothing. I only wonder if my story will be credited in such a court. I do wonder when a minister as steady-minded as you will suspicion a woman who has never lied, who cannot lie, and everyone knows she cannot. I may falter somewhat, mister, but I am no fool.
Proctor, let you be open with me, for I've heard something that troubles me. It is said that you hold no belief that there may even be witches in the world. Is that true, sir?
No, not what I've said. I may have said it. I mean, I have wondered if there be witches in the world.
So you do not believe?
I have no knowledge of it, but the Bible speaks of witches, and I will not deny them.
And you, woman?
I cannot believe it.
You cannot?
Elizabeth, you bewilder him.
I cannot believe that the devil may own a woman's soul, Mr. Hale, when she keeps an upright way as I have. I am a good woman. I know it. And if you think that I can do only good works in the world and yet be secretly bound to Satan, then I tell you, sir, I do not believe it.
So you do not believe that there are witches?
If you think that I am one, then I say there are none.
Surely you don't fly against the gospel. The gospel!
She believe in the gospel, every word.
Question Abigail Williams about the gospel, not myself.
She do not mean to tout the gospel, sir, and you cannot think so. This be a Christian house. A Christian house.
Well, God keep you both. Let the third child be quickly baptized, and you go without fail each Sunday to Sabbath. And please, keep a quiet, solemn way about you. I think that if you keep going down...
John!
Giles, what's the matter?
They take my wife and Rebecca Nurse.
Rebecca's in the jail?
John, Cheever come and take him in his wagon. We have now come from the jail, and they will not let us even in to see them.
Surely they've gone wild now, Mr. Hale.
Reverend Hale, can you not speak to the deputy governor?
Surely yourself, Mr. Nurse.
My wife is the brick and mortar of the church. And Martha Corey, there can be no woman yet closer to God than Martha.
How is Rebecca charged, Mr. Nurse?
For murder. For the marvelous and supernatural murder of Goody Putnam's babies. Mr. Hale, what am I to do?
Believe me, if Rebecca Nurse be tainted, nothing's to stop this whole green world from burning. Let you rest upon the justice of the court. The court will send her home.
No, she cannot be tried in court, Mr. Hale.
How may such a woman murder children?
Man, remember, an hour before the devil fell, God thought him beautiful in heaven.
I never said my wife were a witch, Mr. Hale. I only said she were reading books.
Mr. Corey, exactly what complaint were made on your wife?
That bloody mongrel Walcott charged her.
What signifies a puppet, Mr. Cheever?
This is a needle.
Why? What meaning has it?
The girl.
Rabbit, sir.
Mary Warren, a needle had been found stuck inside that puppet.
I meant no harm by it.
See, so you stuck that needle in yourself.
I believe I did.
What say you now?
Child, you are certain that be your natural memory. Maybe perhaps someone conjures you even now to say this? Mary Warren, you charge a cold and cruel murder on Abigail Williams.
Murder? I charge no.
Abigail was stabbed tonight. A needle were found stuck inside her belly.
And she charges me?
Aye.
House!
Proctor!
Get ye gone with him, you broken minister!
Proctor, if she is innocent!
If you will see her taken,
Proctor, the court is just!
all punches pop.
Mr. Proctor.
Out of my sight!
Charity, Proctor, charity. What I have heard in her favor, I will not fear to testify in court. God help me. I can't judge her guilty nor innocent. I know not. Only this consider. The world goes mad, and it profit nothing should you lay the cause to the vengeance of a little girl.
You're a coward!
And though you be ordained in God's own tears, you're a coward now.
Proctor, I cannot think God be provoked so grandly by such a petty cause. The jails are packed. Our greatest judges sit in Salem now and Hagen's promise. We must look on cause proportionate. Whether murder done and never brought to light, abomination, some secret blasphemy that stinks to heaven. Think on cause, man, and let you help me discover it. For there's your way. There's your only way when such confusion strikes upon the world. Let you counsel among yourselves. Think on this village and what may have drawn from heaven such a thundering wrath upon you all. I pray God opens our eyes. Frank, be calm a moment.
Mr. Hale, you go in there and demand that I speak.
A moment, sir, a moment.
They'll be hanging my wife.
How do you share it with her?
Excellency, he claims hard evidence in his wife's defense.
Let him submit his evidence in proper affidavit. You are certainly aware of our procedure here, Mr. Hale.
Francis Nurse, Your Excellency.
His wife Rebecca, who were condemned this morning.
Indeed.
Mischief.
I think you must hear the girl, sir.
This is a clear attack upon the court.
Is every defense an attack on the court? Can no one defend them?
All good Christian and innocent people are happy for the courts in Salem.
Excellency, we cannot blink it more. There's a prodigious fear of the court in this country.
Well, then there is prodigious guilt in this country. Are you afraid to be questioned here?
I may only fear the Lord, sir, but there's fear in this country nevertheless.
Reproach me not with fear in this country. There's fear in this country because there is a moving plot to topple Christ in this country.
But it does not follow that everyone accused is part of it.
No uncorrupted man may fear this court, Mr. Hale. None.
Excellency, a moment. I think this goes to the heart of the matter, sir.
It surely does.
I cannot say he's an honest man. I know him little. But in all justice, a claim so weighty cannot be argued by a farmer. In God's name, stop here. Send him home. Let him come again with a lawyer.
Oh, now look you, Mr. Hale.
Excellency, I have signed 72 death warrants. I am a minister of the Lord, and I dare not take a life without there being proof so immaculate that the slightest qualm of conscience may doubt it.
Mr. Hale, surely you do not doubt my justice.
I have this morning signed away the soul of Rebecca Nurse, Your Honor. I'll not conceal it. I tell you true. My hand shakes as yet with a wound. I pray you, sir, this argument let lawyers present to you.
Mr. Hale, for a man of such terrible learning, you are most bewildered. I think I have made my point, have I not?
But this child claims the girls are not truthful. And if they are not truthful...
That is precisely what I'm about to consider. What more may you ask of me? Unless you doubt my probity.
I surely do not, sir. Let you consider it then.
Let me say that I never saw any of them naked.
But you discovered them dancing in the woods, Abigail.
Excellency, when I first arrived from Beverly, Mr. Parrish told me that.
Do you deny?
I must answer that, sir. I will leave and not come back again.
She's not denied, Mr.
You will
Danforth.
remain
She's not
where
denied.
you are.
She only thought to save my name.
Excellency, it is a natural, I tell. I beg you, stop now before another is condemned. I may shut my conscience to it no more. Private vengeance is working through this testimony. From the beginning, this man has struck me true. I believe him now. My oath to heaven, I believe him. And I pray we call back his wife before we can give another.
Nothing of lechery, and this man lies.
I believe him. I might shut my face to it. No more. Let's go.
Well, why does she see this vision?
You cannot believe them.
She said
Excellency, this child has gone wild. This is not witchcraft. These girls are frauds. You condemn an honest
I
man.
have nothing more from you, Mr. Hale.
Be welcome together.
Marshal, take him and Coy with him to the jail.
And denounce these proceedings. I quit this court.
No, you are pulling heaven down, and you are raising up a whore.
Mr. Hale!
You don't go outside my house at night.
Oh, Reverend Hale. Accept my congratulations. We are glad to see you return to your good work.
You must pardon them. They will not budge.
You misunderstand, sir. I cannot pardon these when 12 are already executed. It is not just.
Rebecca will not confess.
The sun will rise in a few minutes, Excellency. I must have more time.
Now hear me and beguile yourselves no more. To do. Have you spoken to all of them, Mr. Hale?
All but Proctor. He's in the dungeon.
What is...
Excellency, if you postpone a week and publish to the town that you're striving for their confession, that speaks mercy on your part, not faltering.
Mr. Hale, as God has not empowered me like Joshua to keep the sun from rising, so I cannot keep from them the perfection of their punishment.
If you think God wills you to raise rebellion, Mr. Danforth, you are mistaken.
Have you heard rebellion spoke of in Salem?
Excellency, there are orphans wandering from house to house. Abandoned cattle bellow in the high roads. The stink of rotting crops hangs everywhere. And no man knows when the harlot's cry will end his life. And you wonder yet if rebellion spoke? Better you should marvel how they don't burn your province.
Have you preached in Andover this past month, Mr. Hale?
Thank God they have no need for me in Andover.
You baffle me, sir. Why have you returned here?
Why, it's simple. I come to do the devil's work. I come to counsel Christians to belie themselves. There is blood on my head. Can you not see the blood on my head?
Hush!
Goody Proctor, your husband is marked to hang this morning.
I have heard it.
You know, do you not, that I have no connection with the court. I come on my own, Goody Proctor. I would save your husband's life, for if it is taken, I count myself his murderer. Do you understand me?
What do you want of me?
Goody Proctor, I have gone these last 3 months, like our Lord, into the wilderness. I have sought a Christian way, for damnation's doubled on a minister who counsels men to lie.
It is no lie. You cannot speak of lies.
Is a lie, they are innocent.
No more, no more. I will have no more of that.
Let you not mistake your duty like I mistook my own. I came into this village like a bridegroom who is beloved, bringing gifts of high religion. The very crowns of holy law I brought, and what I touched with my bright confidence, it died. And where I turned the eye of my great faith, blood flowed up. Beware, Goody Proctor, cleave to no faith when faith brings blood. It is mistaken law that leads you to sacrifice. Life, woman, life is God's most precious gift. No principle, however glorious, may justify the taking of it. I beg you, woman, prevail on your husband to confess. Let him give his lie. And quail not before God's judgment in this, for it may be God damns a liar less than he that throws his life away for pride. Will you plead with him? I cannot think he will listen to another.
I think that be the devil's argument.
Woman, before the laws of God we are as swine. We cannot read his will.
I cannot dispute with you, sir. I lack learning for it.
Goody.
Pray, leave them, Excellency. Excellency, it is enough he confess himself. Let him sign it. Let him sign it.
He did.
I cannot, you will hang.
Pray, it speaks.
Woman, plead with him. It is pride. It is vanity. Be his helper. What profit him to bleed? Shall the dust praise him? Shall the worms declare his truth? Go to him. Take his shame away.
He have his goodness now. God forbid I take it from him.